Hello, everyone.
Joyous, how many days are we away from Christmas? 20?
Under 20. Happy Sunday.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday. We are only 1 week from Debbie's birthday. My mother, if you're new here, her birthday's next Sunday, so I guess we'll have to maybe pop a clip of her in next week or something for her.
Yeah.
Debbie's birthday special.
Go send Debbie a little Poshmark love for her
Sunday.
birthday. Go treat yourself.
Otherwise, coming up this next week, I'm not really sure what we're doing, but what happened last week was on Thursday we had a work with me, and then on Tuesday we had a bins haul.
With your fancy newfangled glasses.
Yes.
Those are so cool.
In the work with me, I took the new smart glasses for a spin out thrifting, and it was amazing.
So fun.
I was like, oh, this might be like a game changer, or it might at least be like really helpful, but it was so much better than I even expected. So I can just like tell them to start filming. So if I pull something out and like it really catches my attention or I want to show you guys, I can just tell the glasses to start filming. It also is really cool because I can literally, with you guys, look up comps on my phone, or I can do like Google reverse photo search on my phone right in front of you, so you could just totally see the whole process that I'm doing. Because of course, like I'm still going to, and I still do, and we are
like
right now.
We would film on our phone.
I used to film with my phone only. Of course, I couldn't show you that stuff unless I was putting in like a screen grab, a screenshot, or something like that. But to be able to just like do it right in front of you is amazing.
Cool. And they look good on you too.
One of the Goodwill employees did compliment them on me, and I was like, are you saying this because you know that I'm like filming with these, or are you just being nice? I think he was just being nice because he also had complimented my skeleton like ribcage puffer. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we did this past week. Well, there were some weird situations with the work with me. When I was editing it, there was this weird audio error that happened where in the middle of the laundry segment, when we were going through the laundry tools, there was this just like 3.5 minutes of like background music that just popped in at full blast. Thank you to like the couple of you that did point that out. So I had to go back and totally like re-edit and re-upload it. If you got double notifications that the work with me went up, or if you saw it pop up twice, that is because I had to kind of fix that. Sometimes if there's very slight like mess ups, like say we leave in like us slurring a word or something, it's fine.
Which for me happens a lot.
Which happens more than you think. That's why there's so much editing. I don't like need to re-edit and all that. But with this, it was so irritating, and it cut off and like altered an entire section of info that I wanted you guys to like know, that I wanted to re-edit it and re-upload it. Anyways, back to where we are right now today, ta-da, hurrah.
In our current
What sold Sunday for the week of the 30th of September, November, all the burr months just...
I was like, do we really got to go back to the beginning of the school year? Please, Lord, no.
I wish we'd be a month before Halloween.
We are 1/3 the way through the school year.
The 30th through the 6th of December, which is the 2-year anniversary of Ryan and I walking through this house for the very first time.
Yes, it is. A little side note. It's crazy.
I did not have anything go on besides eBay and Poshmark. On Mercari, one little PSA, if y'all remember that they just made it that you can like promote unlimited amounts of items a day, which is where you just hit promote. The price publicly drops like 5 to 10%. I don't remember. I think it was 10. Of course, we can't be given everything good. We can't be too spoiled. So I've noticed, and I was informed by our friend Laurel, that now when you're hitting that promote publicly button, a lot of times it's automatically setting the price down 20%.
Oh.
You can still do 10, but you need to like go in and type in that price. And I tested it myself, and sure enough, a couple items were like auto being marked down 20, which if you're okay with that, that's fine. But it is like, can you never just like let us have a good thing? Can we never just get a nice tool and have it just like, I know, it's just annoying. But yeah, nothing on Mercari for me. Mercari was dead this week. eBay, I felt like I had a really good week, and I did have a decent one, but it wasn't as good as I was expecting. And then Poshmark, I thought I didn't have that great of a week, but my Poshmark week was a lot better than I thought it was.
None on eBay. Totally fine. I had to cancel an eBay sale, so I think I'm like in eBay jail.
If you did it again, yeah, you probably are in eBay jail.
For a little bit. But like, you know what? We ebb and we flow. I have kind of decided that like in 2025, and like I feel like that should be a video that we do like 2025 reselling goals.
We probably will. Well, we need to reflect on, because we did that at the beginning of this year.
That's what we gotta do.
We need to also set new ones.
That's what we gotta do. I feel like one of the ones that I'm really gonna think about is like being strategic in where I put things. I'm realizing that a lot of the stuff that I have on Poshmark is really good for like Depop or eBay. And this week especially is a really good example of that, of like things that I could definitely make more of on Poshmark or on Depop, but have been sitting on Poshmark for so long that it's just like, you just gotta get rid of them.
Yeah.
So I think one of my goals is to kind of like differentiate and not put every single thing on
everywhere,
every single platform. Macari's the only one where I'm like, I'm just gonna dump it on there and it'll get taken off and when it sells someplace else inevitably. But that's something that I'm really like, I'm kind of chewing on it this week.
Yeah. So
Poshmark
otherwise,
like I had a decent number of sales, but a lot of them were really low dollar because I'm just trying to get her out, you know?
Okay, so I'll start off with my eBay then. First up on eBay was actually something for my own personal collection. Now, I did love these, but they're very impractical. Also, yes, we are finally starting talking about sales. Apologies.
Wow.
Apologies if you were like,
hello.
I had somewhere to be. J.W. Anderson chunky chain Napa leather mules. Again, I really like the style of these. I did get quite a few compliments on them. They would like squeak and make a lot of noises when you wear them. And I just like, it was annoying. And so these sold for $120 and the buyer paid shipping, and I'm sure I'm losing a little bit of money on them because obviously this is like a high-end designer, but like I also got a good amount of use out of them. So that's
very true.
Then I sold this Anthropologie Maeve Amelia multicolor color black blouse. I just got this recently at our now local Salvation Army, though soon we'll have an even more local one.
Yes, we will.
And this was like $7 or $8 there, and I thought it was really, really cute. Sure enough, it sold pretty quick for $28.70. Then I sold this Express plaid red open blazer jacket. This one was a little bit older, but the Express blazers can do okay depending on the style. So it sold for only $20, but again, this one was a little older and it was a bins one, so I wasn't as like needing to hold on to it or hold out. Then I sold this Anthropologie Maeve long sleeve mock neck textured holiday top. This I also recently got at the bins, and this was so cute, like totally like ruche, very like kind of Y2K. I feel like you would have good luck with this one.
I probably would,
but probably from like literally last year, because this is just such a like trendy look. So it sold for $30. Then I sold this retro fet button snap accent Willa Y2K denim gray mini skirt. I found this at our local turnstile, our home base turnstile. Again, some of our best finds are from there, which is like wild because ours
I love a little local consignment store.
Ours is quite underrated, and it is not in the bougiest cities compared to like the other turnstiles, but there are some gems. Which maybe it's because we go like
all the time,
every day, but
maybe.
Yeah, this sold for $50 and the buyer paid shipping.
Normally, I feel like Retrofit does a lot better than $50, like for their like really heavily beaded sequined things, but I feel like
this was just a like elastic filled like mini denim skirt. The retail was probably like $195. So
but a good brand to pick up though, you know?
Yeah. Then I sold this, very Ryan vibes, vintage Y2K pink pleated lettuce hem midi skirt. Told you guys once, I told you guys twice. 3 times, 4 times. I'll say it again. I do, with vintage, like to sell the micro pleat stuff. Because I've basically, there's one of my 2025 goals, basically fully kick out vintage selling just because I don't have luck with it. But the micro pleats, I could never get rid of that.
No, they're too izzy-miyake for me to...
And they always do good. Sold for $20, which I'll take for just a random lightweight vintage bins find. Yeah. Then I sold this Free People Celine Dion sequin sleeve party tee. I don't know why, but I always think that it's named after Celine Dion, even though like, why would it be?
She knows how to party.
Maybe it is.
She loves t-shirts.
Sold for $28, but that was doing really, really well for being like a t-shirt with some sequins on it.
That was a cute one.
Then I sold this ATM Melio satin trim terry cloth drawstring joggers. I started it off so choppy, I had to finish it that way. These sold for $60. Now, this is another brand that's quite expensive, but ATM is a bit trickier.
She's a little hit or miss. I think some of the newer stuff does good.
A lot of their stuff is kind of just basics, which of course
it's kind of like James Purse.
Oh yeah. Sure, a lot of their other stuff. Yeah, these weren't as much, but a lot of their other stuff is. Yeah. I got this pair of pants at a pretty far away Style Encore.
I do remember these.
It was like in a clearance section. Also, we were just
really expensive.
We were just in that area. I think we did like a summer Thrift With Us, and that was all in that. But yeah, I got them for like 10.
It was fun. I had a good time.
Then I sold one of my, not favorite, but one of my more frequently found leg and look brands, Moonlight by YNS Fashion. This was the striped color block leg and look tunic.
Perfect. Check. Easy.
I don't know if it had a name or whatever. This sold for $36.80. It was a bins find. I think both times I've had this brand, it was been bins find. I don't think I've tried it enough to know yet if I would actually buy it like at a regular Goodwill.
If it was $4 or $5.
Then I sold this Aqua Scutum. This was a vintage wool tweed fringe fall academia scarf. This is like an old high-end brand. Like think like Bill Blass or something like that. Where Bill Blass. We're back in the day. Couple $100 probably. Nowadays, it's just that old vintage
20
wool brand. Yeah. So these sold for 20. Scarf though. It's a scarf.
Cute.
Then I sold this Lululemon Press Pause cowl neck pullover sweatshirt. This sold for 40. The buyer paid shipping. I don't picture Lulu doing good on eBay, so I'll take it.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't picture Lulu doing good. Period. But
every now and again, you get a good one.
Then again. Mogi just told us all in like her last video how she just sold a Lulu sweatshirt for like $100 in like what 20 hours. So
6 minutes.
So
no clue.
Shame on me. It's a me problem apparently.
I'm the problem.
So my eBay gross was $453.50, and my eBay net was $385.48. Again, throughout the week I was like, oh, this is gonna be such a good eBay week, and like it's not bad. But
no, I
thought it'd be better.
She's pretty good.
So moving on to the week on Posh again, the 30th through the 6th. On the 30th, I had 3.
I don't jump until the 2nd.
Okay, so I'm the first half of this video.
Very true.
My first sale was this pair of Levi's 551Z pooning around patch graphic jeans. I bought these at a Levi's outlet, and I paid much too much for them.
Far too much.
I think I paid like almost $25 for these, which back probably when I bought them, I think we were like just on the cusp end of like the Levi's selling for $75 to $100 era, and so it was a mistake. I have had these for a couple years. Keep in mind I paid $25. They sold for $40 and I get $32. Which even back in that day, the men's jeans weren't doing nearly as good as the women's. So there was a lot of problems with my train of thought there. But obviously since I paid $25, I haven't been able to just like consign these because I'd lose like a lot of money.
You lose all of your money.
Yes, so I was like just waiting and waiting and waiting. I finally got my money back.
Wow, after
my
all
dollars are back in my pocket,
years.
finally. Then, oh my gosh, speaking of that same Salvation Army, my 2 purchases from that Salvation Army sold this week. So this one I have to thank many of you for. Because
the folks at home.
Yeah, the folks at home. Viewers like
you.
I sold this Polo Ralph Lauren chambray denim button chore coat. Chore jacket, barn jacket, whatever. I saw this in that Thrift With Me, and I didn't buy it. And multiple of you commented and were like, Jack, dumb mistake.
Thank God.
You could have sold that for like $100 or around there. So I went back the next morning after reading those comments. It was still there, luckily. I sold this for $70. And I get $56. So y'all were right. This is a two-way street of knowledge. Last on the 30th, not as fun of a sale. Abercrombie & Fitch Curve Love Ultra High Rise Cheeky Straight Mom Dad Denim jeans. Sold for 20. I get 16. The era of like selling Abercrombie jeans for 60 plus is also basically over. Of course, you could probably find some that are very, very trendy being sold right now at the store.
There's always going to be an outlier too. Most of them,
for the
not
most
too much
part,
anymore.
that era is kind of done. That was a quick era.
She was.
The Levi's era was like 3 years at least.
Abercrombie was
the Abercrombie era was like 6 months.
A little flash in the pan, you know?
Yeah, it was a good time though, good time.
Good for her. She's here for a good time.
Really not for a long time.
Not for a long time.
Moving on to December, on the 1st, I had Shix. Ryan's still not with us. My first sale was another Barn Court. I can't, like, saying it as court is now totally messing up. Barn coat, chore coat, Carhartt thrashed, distressed, work structured chore coat. and this sold for 50 and I get 40. It did sell under men's. I did have this listed under both, but it sold under men's.
Cute.
Then Beth once again popped in my closet and once again had the audacity to buy a bundle full price.
She's so sweet.
She's so kind. I think at least a couple of these might be for her daughter. So if Beth is watching with said daughter, and this is supposed to be a secret,
plug your ears, child.
press pause, do what Lulu says and press pause. So
bad.
she purchased this Free People sequin embellished plaid oversized blouse flannel. J. Crew merino wool open sweater blazer. So it was one of the nicer ones. It was 100% wool. And then Madewell wool blend chunky cottage cardigan. I have not had a Madewell do this well in
so long.
This sweater had like 20 likes by the time that she bought it, and I've only had it for like 2 weeks.
It was cute though.
And I'd had quite a few
really
offers,
cute.
but I knew with how good this was doing, I was like, I'm not taking 20 for this Madewell. Sorry. So Beth got all these for $131. I get $104.80. Thank you so much once again to Beth. There was even a eBay purchase last week that was secretly Beth as well. I didn't even know.
Man. She's in the wings.
Yeah.
She's waiting in the
Beth
wings.
is so awesome.
Good for her.
Next on the first, Vagabond Y2K leather square toe flat sandals. These sold for $36. I get $26.78. I found these at the bins. I think Vagabond is like a decent brand to sell. They're not like crazy high end. I think they retail for like low hundreds.
Is it like a comfort shoe?
No, it's more of like a trendy, like Y2K. Very like trendy, but they do use real leather. Like they are nicer. I don't know. Do with that as you will. Then I sold just as Y2K and trendy and girlies. Dansko Denny.
Denny? I love that. Who are you wearing? These are my
These
Denny's.
are my Dansko Denny clogs.
Where are my Denny's?
These, Debbie
so
just
funny.
bought a plush penguin from Costco when we went on Thursday, and the penguin's name was Dennis. Debbie's father's name is Dennis, so that's pretty funny. I thought that was funny.
If you will.
These are the tassel fringe heeled clogs, the Denny's.
The Denny's.
They sold
That's
for sold for $30. I get $24. I was actually about to consign these, so I'll take it. Then I sold this J. Crew, a lot of barn coats. J. Crew barn coat quilted puffer snap jacket. This one full.
We'll get there eventually. We will get there eventually.
Like I said, when it's a long part of the video where only I'm talking,
you just forget how to talk.
I just physically can't.
I feel that.
This sold for $75 and I get $60. I paid up for these, I will say. I like arbitraged a couple of these. And I say that because actually next I sold another one. So next up, Jackie popped into my closet. We all know her. We all love her.
So sweet.
Jackie buys from me quite frequently. So of course I was going to give Jackie more of a steal of a deal on this jacket. So she got the same jacket for $48 and I get $38.40. So those are super cute. Again, because of how trendy they were, really I found some newer tags and I did pay up for them, but I think they were worth it. Then moving on to the second. I had 3.
I had 9.
Yay.
So we come back with a bang because I sent out offers on everything in my closet.
If you had dispersed that the past couple days, not that bad of a week so far. Like 9 sales as of the second.
Really not. First, starting off with a bang. Gucci. Spring 19 cotton wool long sleeve blazer. Sold for $249. This was a Poshmark arbitrage that I didn't do a trash or treasure with, and I regret that. I really do. I really regret it.
He's getting angry.
I really do regret it. $249. I make $191.23. Next was I love my Telfars, but the little itty bitty mini ones, the only one that I will keep matches the big one that I use all the time. This one, they're just a little impractical.
Yeah.
They're just a little impractical, and I have a lot of small bags.
And fun fact, Brian and I had to do a $1,600 electrical work this week. Who really wins? Not us.
Our bathroom, because we put a fan in.
Yeah. You guys know that we were getting that electrician to come for the vent in our bathroom.
But they took such a cute picture with the dogs.
They did. I'm not going to show it for their own privacy, but they did take a picture with our dogs. They were super nice, and they did more than just that. But it was a pricey bill that we weren't prepared for.
She was expensive.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other electrical work we need done. So to any of you that bought from us this week, bigger thanks than normal.
Straight to keeping these lights on.
Bigger thanks than normal.
Very true. So far, dark olive mini shopping tote sold for $59. I make $47.20. Next was a vintage 1980s punk teddy bear sweater. I feel like this is one of those things, and I will say this a whole lot of like, this is one of the things that I think would have done really good on Depop if it would have sold over there. But like, I've had it for a while, just gotta get rid of it. Sold for $7. I make $4.05. Next, Coach fur trimmed white nylon wedge winter boots, sold for $75. I make $60. Anthropologie plaid high-rise crop trousers, sold for $12. I make $9.05. Next was this Y2K Bisou patchwork button front blazer, sold for $15. I make $12. Polo Ralph Lauren men's cream silk blend sweater, sold for $15. I make $12. Would have loved to get more for that, but I have a lot of sweaters right now, and it's just...
They take up room.
It's a cream sweater.
Where is Miss Bisou from? I could see that being like a Kmart, a
Akron.
Gordman's.
She's from Akron.
Or not Gord. Yeah, that's what it was called. Gordman's, right?
What?
That like purple store.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been gone for so long. I was like,
wild.
That was Y2K.
Gordman's was
clothes.
a trip, man.
That was Y2K. All
That's
they
where I
sold was
should
like
go. I
Jessica
have to go back
Simpson
to
and
work.
Guess.
Jessica Simpson. Anyway, Polo sweater sold for $12. I make $12. Sold for $15. Next, a pair of Haflinger navy blue wool slip-on shoes. I have an unholy amount of shoes. If you see a pair in my closet that you want, please just send me any offer.
On any
I
shoes.
literally do not have anywhere to put them anymore. Shoes and bags. Any of them.
Especially bags.
Send the offer. Send the offer. Even if it's peanuts. Please.
Even if you physically find a way to actually mail us a peanut for it, Ryan will
You know
return
what?
it back.
We got squirrels.
It's like those
You'll
like
be benefiting
it's like
somebody.
those like old like mail in the label from your gallon of milk, and we'll
my
send you
God.
a free magazine.
It's like box tops.
Send Ryan a peanut.
Send me a
and
peanut.
you get a bag.
Please. These sold for $30. I make $24. Next was a Rising International Y2K, a long sleeve hoodie. It sold for $24. I make $19.20. And that is it for my second.
My first and the second was 2 items, and they were from our own personal cupboard Dion. It was these Anthropologie floral printed glass set of glasses.
Thank you.
These sold for $30. We get $24. They were hand washed.
They were
Ew.
cute though.
Ew. Then Heidi popped into my closet, and Heidi treated herself.
This was
So
cute.
Heidi left me a very nice, kind, long comment about how she's had a rough past couple years. Love Heidi, support Heidi. She's an iconic woman.
Mm-hmm.
But she treated herself to this Free People Rare sundown embroidered long bomber collegiate jacket. It was like a mix of like a bomber with like a kimono with a trench. It was
It was
stunning.
really cute.
So Heidi got this for $125. I get $100. I had it listed double, and it was getting a ton of likes, but Heidi deserved a treat. So I'm super happy Heidi got this, and we love Heidi.
Yes, we do.
Next up, I sold this Free People Wrangler 622 high-rise pair of flared jeans. These sold for $55. I get $44. That is great for some Wrangler jeans. Next on the third, I had 7.
Uno. We go from 9 to 1. Wow. My one and only. Urban Outfitters. Urban Renewal green pants. Sold for $8. Make $5.
Urban Outfitters pants.
Yes.
My first on the third was this pair of Free People Feeling Good slubbed cotton cargo utility pants.
Good for her.
Sold for $25. I get $20. I was wearing my cargo utility pants yesterday, and my grandma was like, "You know what? I've heard you kids like those now." I was like,
Wow. Good for you, Nancy. Really
Denny's,
dialing in.
Denny's
here.
wife, everybody. Nancy.
She is a hoot and a half.
Yeah. Next, I sold Anthropologie True Striped Button Color Block Pajama Shirt. Pajamas, I love them. They sell so good. Like Anthro pajamas, Free People pajamas, whatever pajamas. They always do good. Sold for $25. I get $20. Those were a bin's fine. Then I sold this Everlane Canvas Color Block Weekender Travel Duffel.
Duffel.
Sold for $20. I get $16. I have had this thing for like a year and a half to 2 years. I actually don't think I would repick this up at the bins, which is crazy.
I would take it to the consignment store.
It was not in that good a shape.
Then
it
I
was
would
like I
absolutely
had to
just-
sell it or not.
If I needed a duffel, sure.
I mean, it was nice. Real leather straps, thick canvas, but like
Yeah.
too big to store.
Nah.
And not enough profit. Then I sold these Free People around the clock.
No.
Ribbed joggers. These sold for $28. I get $22.40. Those were like technically part of a lounge set. So again, Free People and Anthro like lounge and pajamas. Tory Burch Runway Squared Toe Mary Jane Ballet Flats. Now the style name of these is Runway. I don't know if they were actually on a runway. Sold for $144. I get $115.20. These must be a new style because I've been finding like arbitrage opportunities of them a couple times because I've had a few pair of these now.
Yeah.
This is my new favorite Tory Burch style. The Jessa is unfortunately moved a little bit into the past, a little bit lower on the list. The Runway is iconic and does amazing. And usually I get much more even than this for them, but I think I had sent out low offers, kind of like Ryan, because again, we were scrambling to make money for
Get up out of my house.
Then I sold this J. Crew 2021 cashmere roll neck striped sweater for $40 and I get $32. Then I sold another Lululemon item, a line 8-inch inseam athletic biker shorts. These sold for $21, I get $16.80. Then, moving on to the 4th, I had 3.
I didn't have any on the 4th. Shoot.
Kim was the first to pop into my closet.
Kim.
And Kim and her friend watch us, and Kim purchased this for-set friend. So hello, Kim and friend. I did not catch friend.
Hi, you two. How are you?
She got this, which I think her friend can know.
Hopefully. If the friend is watching.
I'm buying Kim time right now if the friend isn't supposed to know. Athleta Panayama. That's what it was called. I knew I've heard that name, that style name before.
Panayama.
Yeah. Red open soft cardigan. This was like new.
So cute.
So soft. Not like the washed Athleta feel.
Yeah.
So nice. Sold for $30. I get $21.02, so thank you very much. Kim. Then a really, really good sale, but a really, really good item. Pendleton Rare Chaparral Tribal Aztec Wool Poncho. And it was reversible. You could,
so cute.
when you were feeling like peppy and sunny, you could do this like really nice orange gold side. And if you're feeling a little like dreary for the day, you could do like the gray and like cool blue color side. Yeah, iconic. Weirdly enough, this had been sold at Urban Outfitters before. For like $398 or $498 or something. Wild. Probably only online, I would assume.
Right.
Sold for $250.
That's pretty good.
And I get $200. I love to sell like good Pendleton.
Oh, it's always a dream.
Then I sold this vintage Argyle color block holiday pullover sweater. Sold for $25. I get $20. And that's it for my 4th. On the 5th, I had 4.
I had 3, and they're small.
No, they're not.
Oh, okay, this is the first one. So, then we go to the small ones. My first on the 5th was this Zara purple embellished pointed toe slingback heels. These are definitely like a mock and mock dupe. They sold for $80 and I make $64, which I feel like selling anything Zara for over $7 is a miracle.
It is so sad to me when there's like a insanely popular shoe and then every brand and their mother knocks it off. And it ruins the value of the original. Because mock and mocks, I was looking them up. They like aren't worth that much money anymore.
No, because you can get a Zara dupe for $80.
You can get a New Day dupe. You can get a Shein dupe. You can get like mock and mocks go for like $150 now. I'm like, you used to be able to sell those for like resell them for like $700. But like that's like what happened with like Bottega Veneta sandals and stuff. Like,
oh, those puffy ones?
They were duped so many times that they were murdered.
They're over.
It was a murder.
It was a murder. Okay, my next on the 5th, this is when we get a little abysmal. Y2K Forever 21 blue coquette cap sleeve top, $7, $405. Wilson's Leather black leather top handle bag sold for $10. I make $7, and that is it for my 5th. The leathers.
My first on the 5th, I finally have been listing the past 2 bins hauls. Finally. And these were from that. Smart Wool Base Layer Crew 250 Merino Wool Pullover Sweater. Sold for $25. I get $20, but it sold in the same day I listed it. Me&M Ponte Jacquard Shift Tweed Midi Dress sold for $125. My like latest favorite brand.
Yeah.
And I get $100. Me&M, please continue to stock me, I beg you. Another one from the Smart Wool finds. Smart Wool 150 Wool Base Layer Long Sleeve Sweater. This one sold for $42 and I get $33.60 and I still have like 4 Smart Wools left, which is
That
awesome.
was a good bins haul.
That was. I said that wasn't the best bins haul, but like that is some solid finds.
Like,
immediately. Smart Wool's
$30-$40 every single time. Yeah.
Then I sold this J. Crew structured purple button blazer. This color, the color was
so
stunning.
Good.
This was an older one, like 2012, and I still paid like $22, $23 for it because I knew it would sell somewhere around $90, which is crazy and fantastic.
Yeah.
And I get $72, so I make like $50 on that.
That's pretty
great.
good.
Moving on to the 6th, the final day of what sold Sunday. I had 4.
2. My first on the 6th. These are small. I will just preface. Y2K Baby Doll Brown Floral Cap Sleeve Top sold for $13. I make $10.05. Next was this Y2K, a black, pink, navy, plaid newsboy cap, sold for $11. I make $8.05.
My first one was just from the work with me, and this was the saddest thing to happen to me in a long time. Actually not, but like it was rough. Alex Mill cotton sweatshirt zip jogger jumpsuit. So nice. And I'm so vision impaired apparently. So I picked this up for $15 at Goodwill. I knew there was like a little rub wear at like where the drawstring came out. You guys know because I showed it in the video. I go home that same day to photograph this. An entire arm has been like sun faded a little bit. Just like not a ton, but like I was like, that's there. This arm has this whole section of bleach spots. And then at the back, there's a hole, like a whole hole. And I'm like,
we love when you go to Goodwill and you just black out.
Jack, are you new? You're spending $15 on something to sell. Maybe we should look at every angle, every side, every...
Give it a gander, you know? Give it a gander.
Still, like, I mean, this is super nice. You could also just use this around the house, lounging, painting. True. Like, this is just a really...
That's what I would do.
Really,
throw some paint on it and just call it a day.
Like, to buy nice, thick, like, organic cotton pieces like this that are substantial, it's expensive. So, I don't know if this was a viewer or not, but I told you guys, like, I'm just trying to get rid of this now. And so it sold for $35. I get 28. I made a little off the top and it went quick, which is good because I didn't want to store it after all that. But that was traumatic. Then I sold a bundle. Coach vintage leather buckle belt with soft surroundings, Eugenie belted floral dress, which was so pretty. Together these sold for $55. I get $41.02. And then I sold this Albion fit leopard printed pursuit swim top. Sold for $25. I get $20. That is definitely a bolo for swim or athletic. And last but not least for the week, Anthropologie Pilcrow Supermodel distressed wide leg jeans. Sold for $54 and I get $43.20. So this week I sold the supermodels and I sold the runways.
Look at you. Selling the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. My Poshmark gross for the week was $1,769.
Mine was $615.
That's pretty like good for both of us.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my Poshmark was $1,415.20.
$492.
Yeah, so a good Posh week. And I will say, because obviously like we're filming this Saturday where we have a little gaze into the window that is next week.
Yes, we
I already have made 2 eBay sales this week. So I'm probably going to be fooled that eBay was really good again.
I made a $5 Poshmark sale this morning. Wow. I did it. Look at me go.
So that's all that we have for you guys this week. Let us know, as per usual, how were your sales? How was eBay? How was Posh? How was Depop for you? Let us know. How was Mercari? Let us know, and otherwise, we will see you this next week. Again, Tuesday will probably be a thrift with me with the glasses, and Thursday will probably be a Ben's haul. So
yes,
we will see you when you choose to see us.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.